welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. The Indiana Fever made a lot of moves during the offseason, moves that some people are excited about, other people are scared about, but lots of moves. The one move that has been wrought with, shall we say, controversy, skepticism, disapproval, or just not quite feeling sure about is the pickup of Brianna Turner. Mostly, if not solely, because of her activism, because of things she says on social media, because no sooner had the Indiana Fever announced her then she got on social media and started talking her activism. I'll just put it that way. And I guess blocking some Fever fans. But she did arrive in Indiana today. And so I want to show you her press conference she had. And I don't know, I'm not familiar with her. And I certainly wasn't familiar with the stuff she puts online until I was made aware of it, because I just don't hang out on the cesspool known as X. Just kind of passed through. But I did see some things after she was signed. So this really is my first introduction to her. First time I recall ever even hearing her voice. So we'll play this and then we'll talk a little bit about what we can expect from Brianna Turner and what we can expect from the Indiana Fever fans as that pertains to Brianna Turner. I'm on the Fever's X account.
How are you feeling about being in Indiana and joining the team?
I'm really excited. I followed a lot of these players.
I'm going to stop right here because, like I said, I had never heard her voice. So I was surprised at how soft-spoken she is. And as we go forward, you'll see even sounding very humble. Didn't expect that. You know, it's kind of funny how you have these expectations. But anyway, let's go.
Players throughout their college careers and professional careers. So it's kind of like full circle moment to be on the same team with a lot of these players again.
Tell me what it was like that, what went into your decision to come here and join what's being built here at the Fever.
I think that the front office and the staff just really had a vision in place, and I felt that I could really complement their vision.
Love it. Love it. Vision. Without a vision, the Bible says the people perish. Vision, if you can cast the vision and make it plain and people realize they align with that vision, they'll want to come. We've been hearing that over and over again from people who have come on board with the Indiana Fever.
From the players, you got players like Kelsey Mitchell that was drafted here, that's been here this whole entire time and kind of seen the Indiana Fever built from the ground up. You got players like DB, who's going to be a future Hall of Famer, Mitchell, who deserves way more flowers than she's gotten. That I think is going to be a great compliment. Natasha Howard, I think one of the most athletic forwards in the league. Aaliyah Boston, she's young, but her ceiling is so high. Lexi's also been here a few years, so that's exciting. Sid Colson, one of the most recent players to win a championship, so just bringing that mindset to the team is going to be great. You have Damiris Dantas, who's such a great stretch big that can really just change how the defense guards you. Sophie Cunningham, just a high energy player that can also stretch the floor as well. Jaylen Brown, who went undrafted but found her way into the league last year, and I think to do that is just like remarkable. And of course you have Caitlin, she had such a phenomenal rookie season, so many great accolades. And I think the jumping from season 1 to season 2 players can also make a really big jump. So
she sounds nervous, doesn't she? I guess she would be. Sometimes you don't think about it, but remember, you're coming into Indiana, they treat you right when you come in. You get the attention that you often don't get other places. I've never heard her speak before. Maybe this is generally how she speaks, but I hear a nervousness in her voice, which is a cool thing because I don't think it's like nervousness, like how badly am I going to be treated? But it's the opposite. And you'll see that as we continue on.
I'm excited to see her growth from year 1 and year 2. And she hasn't reached her ceiling yet either, so I'm really excited to watch her growth as well.
Talk about you on the court. Like, what sort of attributes do you think you're going to bring, and where will you, add to the Fever from last year to this year?
Yeah, I think I'm really just like a calming presence. I feel like I never get too high or get too low. People are like, why don't you smile more? Why don't you get excited? I'm like, I'm just chilling. I'm vibing. Like,
I do have to say, when she said I'm a calming presence, I thought that's not the impression that we have gotten from her just from online stuff. She sounds like it for sure here, but that was not what that was not what I put together whenever I heard about Brianna Turner or read some of the things out there.
I feel like I'm really an observer, but I am really competitive as well. I like to run the floor, like to play defense.
Yes.
Like to win, and I think
Amen.
the Fever was a place to be if I wanted to win.
Hey, we got to start right here. Did you hear that? The Fever was the place to be if I wanted to win. I love it. What did DeWanna Bonner say? Why Indiana? Because I wanted to win now. She had other opportunities like Phoenix, but I wanted to win now. Brianna Turner, Fever's the place to be if you want to win. And that's what we've been saying. That's how you attract people to your team, because there's a winning mindset, there's a vision, and there is that perception that this team can win and win now.
Notre Dame alum, just how does it feel to be back in the state of Indiana? And, would you expect some fans, some Irish fans to be out? What's that looking like for you?
Yeah, the fandom was great when I was in South Bend, and I know obviously Fever fans are known to fill up Gainbridge Fieldhouse, so I'm really excited for that. I mean, I would say Indiana is such a big basketball state. The fan bases, they go full out for their team.
Okay, that fan base, you're going to be playing in packed arenas, and the fan base goes way out. Great to hear that.
Teams. I've only been there a couple of days, and I've been stopped out in the public. People asking, "Where do you play for?" I say the Fever. They're like, "Oh my God, the Fever!" Like, and they get really excited. So
look at that. She's not even been there long. She's being received as soon as people hear she plays for the Fever. People are loving on Brianna Turner. She comes to Indiana, the fans. That's why we've got to push back on the narrative about the fans. That was done in large part by people out there and whatever out there, the narrative about horrible Indiana Fever fans. And yet these players keep coming in and talking about wanting to be here, talking about wanting to play in front of the fans at Gainbridge. And look how the fans have received her. That's why you got to continue to not let the fake news win the day.
So it's really fun to have a community that's so excited about their local sports team.
There you have it. It's exciting to be in Indiana. I didn't know she went to Notre Dame. So she's back there in Indiana, and the fans are welcoming her, and the front office has cast the vision, and she wants to win, and she names off the players and how she's followed them, she said, throughout their college careers. So it feels like full circle. You heard it. I'm just giving you the overview again. But in any case, she seems to be happy to be in Indiana. And I was going to say, how might the fans treat Brianna Turner? Obviously, like I said, there have been concerns voiced. I've been concerned, and I've shared some things as well. But I also said, I heard what the front office said and the coach said, and that is they were going to protect the locker room. And I heard what the players said, and that is that they had input on who came and who didn't come as well. Did a video on that. I've mentioned that along the way several times. And so here she is. So I say, welcome to the Indiana Fever, Brianna Turner. I don't know how it all works out. I don't know who she makes the team or doesn't make the team, but I'm glad to hear that she's excited to be here. And I think with Indiana Fever fans, they're ready to root for you. They're ready to root for you. So I'm hoping the other stuff doesn't get in the way, because that wouldn't go over well, I'm sure. But I believe people, when it comes to this team, are willing to give people the benefit of the doubt. We're looking forward to cheering for Indiana Fever folks, and we're looking forward to winning also. This is so cool to hear people say that I wanted to win, because we know that last year and the year before that wasn't what people were saying, but it's a new day. So welcome to Brianna Turner. What are your thoughts? Get in the comments. Hey, by the way, I want to say thank you to every subscriber. I just crossed over 47,000, so we're 47 plus, and I appreciate all of your support. Every member of the channel, appreciate you as well. And I will catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.